Follow the traces. Explore roots deep. Learn from the past. Futures to reap. Stay tuned for Qingqiao safety. Detective. In the cultural circle of Southeast Asia, one country stands out. Laos, with its small land area of only 236,800 square kilometers, is home to nearly 100,000 Chinese Hunnanese. In Laos, Hunan cuisine restaurants dot almost every street, particularly snack bars in Shaoyang. Additionally, hardware stores and motorcycle shops of various sizes are widespread. Almost all these shop owners are fellow compatriots from Hunan. In the early days, Hunan people not only established a firm foothold in Laos with their pioneering spirit of hard work and daring ventures, but also achieved significant prosperity. Their wealth is the envy of many. After accumulating wealth in life, it seems we've entered a safe zone. However, we often overlook that wealth can not only empower people to change the world, but also sow the seeds of ambitious expansion in their hearts. When it comes to wealth, people always unknowingly blur the boundaries between black and white. Through this case, we seem to be able to see the black and white paths of Chinese businessmen in Southeast Asia. This case is adapted from real events. The case information comes from Overseas China and Xiaoxiang Morning Herald. The characters in the article are all pseudonyms. Chapter 1. Sudden Death in Daily Life. 2018 marks the 24th year of Hu Liang, a businessman from Shaodong, doing business in Laos. 2 years ago, he became a Laos citizen. On May 18, at the age of 42, he had just been elected as the president of the Hunan Chamber of Commerce in Laos. At this time, he was already holding multiple jobs, and was accustomed to squeezing himself in his daily life. Due to his busy and irregular schedule, Hu Liang sleeps in the bedroom next to his wife's when he returns home at night. When she gets up early the next day, she does so quietly, allowing her hard-working husband to rest a little longer. However, on August 12, an ordinary midsummer weekend, no one, including Hu Liang himself, anticipated that the day would take a tragic turn. By mid-morning, Hu Liang was nowhere to be found. Concerned, his wife went to the second-floor bedroom to check on him. To her shock, she discovered the door wide open, and her husband had been seriously injured, lying in a pool of blood with multiple stab wounds. Concurrently, they realized the home safe had been breached, and a substantial amount of cash was missing. Everything happened so suddenly, the scene in front of her made her feel like she had fallen into an ice cave. Her husband's clothes were stained with blood, indicating a tragic situation. Despite the evident severity, the surroundings remained as quiet as usual. Hu Liang's wife unconsciously stumbled forward 2 steps, before finally letting out a scream. On the way to rush Hu Liang to Vientiane Mahoso Hospital for rescue, there seemed to be a glimmer of hope. While the overall medical level in Laos isn't high, the conditions at Mahoso Hospital are relatively good. However, upon the patient's arrival, before treatment could commence, the doctor regretfully informed them that the deceased had been dead for about 3 hours. 3 hours, how is that possible? The family members were in disbelief, because they did not hear any calls or anything strange during this period. In that independent villa near Vientiane International Airport, not only did Hu Liang's wife and mother live, but also 3 veterans hired from Yunnan as bodyguards. Reflecting on the events 3 hours ago, one of the bodyguards accompanied Hu's mother for a walk, while 2 remained behind to guard. It's hard to imagine how the perpetrators managed to sneak into the home to commit crimes. In a previous interview, Hu Liang once described Laos this way: the environment here is quiet, the social order is relatively good, the Lao people are gentle, and they are not impatient or hasty when things happen. They are good partners for us. I like it here very much. However, it was also in the place he loved that Hu Liang suffered a fatal disaster. What exactly caused such a tragedy? Please stay tuned for the next issue, Detective of Qingxiao Safety.